to there. Alrighty, so it's April 28th and it's harmonization energy. And Yolande, if you could take it away, because I'm going to work with, there's still people coming in the waiting room there, and you are our speaker, so take it away.
Well, thank you, Cindy. It's really a pleasure to be here with you guys tonight. I was surprised when Cindy asked me, because I thought she was just doing you know, practice night with her students. So when she asked me to join you, I was surprised and pleased at the same time. And as I said a while ago, you guys are really fortunate to have Cindy, because she has so many good ideas and she implements all kinds of things. So that keeps everybody motivated. So what Cindy asked me to do tonight is first the meditation, and then guide you into that technique, the harmonization technique. So if everybody wants to sit comfortably, make sure your feet are touching the floor, and breathe deeply in and out. Slow, deep breaths in and out. And as you breathe, become aware of the tension or the stress in you. And with each exhalation, let go of the tension, the stress within you. And with the next inhalation, inhale calm and peace. Continue breathing. And with each exhalation, continue to let go of the stress and tension that you accumulated in the last few days or weeks. Continue to concentrate on your breathing, the air going in and out of your lungs without any effort in your part. And as you continue breathing, observe how your breath gradually slows down and get deeper. And let go of tension and the stress. Continue breathing, and as you visualize a ray of beautiful white light above your head, see this ray of light enter your crown chakra and slowly go down your spine. And as the light slides down your spine, see your chest shine with this light. Then your arms, your hands, your abdomen, your hips, your legs, your feet, all the way to your toes. Your entire body radiates with this beautiful, pure, sparkling light. This is the light of love, joy, peace, and gratitude. Let this light enter and shines in all cells of your body. Breathe in, breathe out. You are unconditional love. This love doesn't come from your environment or the exterior world. Rather, it emanates from your heart at any time. You are joy. And you always stay positive, whatever the situation you find yourself in. You are peace, because peace resides deep in you. And this is who you are, always. You are gratitude. You appreciate what you have and what you will have. Because what will be beautiful, perfect, and phenomenal. All this is your natural state of being. It is what you are in all circumstances, whatever comes your way, whatever life presents to you. You are gratitude. You are in peace. You are happy. And you live in a state of unconditional love. Answers come easily to you because you are always connected to your higher self and your higher power. And you let your intuition be your guide. This beautiful, pure, sparkling light is alive within you. And you are joy, peace, gratitude, and unconditional love. You are alive, vibrant, in peace, and energized. This way, you draw only the positive in your life. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel the floor beneath your feet. Move your hands, your toes. Open your eyes. And welcome back. Take a deep breath in and observe how you're feeling right now. Thank you for your attention. Back to you, Cindy. You need to unmute yourself.
Thank you. That was beautiful. And
Oh, technology is such a pleasure. So if you could tell a little story about this technique and how it came about and who it honors, before we do the technique, before you lead us in the technique, that would be great, Yolande.
Thank you. Yes, that was my plan. This technique was inspired to this lady who became a good friend of mine. Her name is Juliette Manon Venn. She came and did level 1, 2, and 3, and because of physical limitation, because of medical problems, she was not able to really take the manual and really read and absorb all of the information. But what she did, she was able to develop a great affinity with the pendulum. She even made hundreds of pendulums for me with angels, the little angels that I order from Cindy's friend. And so she makes the pendulum, and she's worked with using the pendulum, and she is coming up with answers that are just unbelievable. I call her a witch because of all of the things that she come up with. But as she worked with the pendulum and the angels, she was inspired with this technique. And she uses it all the time. And one thing that I found out is when I use this technique before using the pendulum, I seem to have much better answers, or much more, what would be the word? Solid answer from the pendulum. This is really a technique that is a gift for yourself, and a gift that you can share with other people as well, because it's only 5 movements. It is very quick to do, but it's very, very powerful. And we all know that right now, I'm sure that Cindy has shared this with you over the last few weeks, the importance of keeping our immune system healthy. So any healing technique, energy technique that we can use will help strengthen our immune system. And in this time with the coronavirus, it's really important. I got bad news today. A friend of mine from Indiana died of the coronavirus today. So it is going to probably touch many of us, but I want to really share this technique with you so that you can use it and share it with people, all the people close to you. Alrighty, so first I will show you the five position. Cindy gave you the sheet. I think it was in the email tonight. If not, we can email it to you if you want it, if you don't have it. But the first position is you place the right hand on the dantian and the left hand over the heart, and you have an alignment here that is created between the heart and the dantian. It helps you ground and at the same time connect with your higher self and your higher power. The second position is to simply place your hands in front of you, in front of your solar plexus, like you're holding a ball, okay? And the third position is you place your hands, cross your hands like you would give yourself a hug, but have your hands close to your neck. Yeah, like if you're holding your neck together. The next position is you cross your hands and place them over the solar plexus. And the last position, you turn the palm of your hands toward the heavens, and then you thank the stars and your guides and your angels by simply touching the tips of your fingers. And it helps liberate the energy upward. Okay? So I will guide you now in the technique. Observe, close your eyes for a moment and observe how you're feeling. I know we just did the meditation, but just observe what's happening within you. What's happening in your mind? Are your thoughts starting to want to take a hold of you, to control you? So start by placing the right hand over the dantian and the left hand over your heart. And breathe. Take slow, deep breaths in. Breathing deeply will help calm the mind. Feel your chest and abdomen rise and fall with each breath. And if thoughts come to mind, just come back to your breath. Just stay focused on your breathing and feeling the calm enter your being. While being grounded and connected to your higher self and a higher power. Now bring your hands in front of you, in front of your solar plexus. Your elbows are close to your ribs. And visualize a ball of beautiful, pure, white energy between your hands. And feel its power, its warmth. And if you feel that your hands are wanting to spread out further, just keep them in place. Make sure that your hands are relaxed. And feel the energy within that energy ball within your hands. Feel its power between your hands. Let it build. And once you feel the strength and the power of that energy, let's start by giving it to ourselves. And bring your hands, cross your arms in front of you and bring your hands close to your neck. Keep breathing and let the energy fill every cell of your body to energize your body and strengthen your immune system. And you may stay in that position as long as you want. Sometimes we feel like we lose all notion of time doing this. It's almost like we're giving ourselves a big hug. So let that energy fill your body, purify your cells, energize your cells. Now we want to seal that energy by crossing your hands and placing them over your solar plexus. Continue to breathe. And it's important to keep that solar plexus well balanced. Sometimes we may feel attacked verbally by someone. So placing your hands over your solar plexus will keep that attack from entering your system. And finally, place your hands on either side of you and express your gratitude to the stars and the angels for the work that you just did, that we just did together. The gratitude of having the opportunity to experience this beautiful technique. And the opportunity to be sharing together. Observe how you're feeling right now. Do you feel that your mind is calmer, that your body is calmer, that you feel more serene, more centered and grounded? Take a deep breath in again. So now that you are balanced and your hands are still full of energy, if you have an area of your body that is uncomfortable, simply place your hands there. It may be a knee, it may be a lower back, it may be the shoulders. So just place your hands on that area and feel the warmth coming from your hands. Just let the energy do the work. We know by the healing touch work that we do that energy is intelligent and it knows where to go. It knows where the need is, and it goes wherever the need is. Somebody's dog wants some energy.
That's Misha.
Which brings me to the next part, what I want to share with you. With this technique, you can do this technique and then take your pendulum and put it either on a stuffed animal or on your pet, and let your pendulum, I'll do mine. Like if you're right-handed, put your left hand after you've done the technique either on your pet or on a stuffed animal, and hold your pendulum next to you and let it do the work. Let it go, and you will see how quickly it energizes. If you give a child a stuffed animal that you have energized this way, this child will not let go of that stuffed animal. I give stuffed animals that I have energized with clients who come in here, and they sleep with them. It's crazy, but that's what it is. So you can do it with stuffed animals, you can do it with your pet, you can do it at a distance. My kids live in the States, and when one of the dogs doesn't feel good, they call me and they say, work on my dog. And that's what I do. I do the technique, then I imagine the dogs sitting on the floor next to me, and I hold my pendulum next to my body, and I just let it do the work. At first, the pendulum will usually go backwards. But if you just stay there, let the energy do the work, and you will see that the pendulum will quickly turn around and spin with great force. It's truly, truly magic. It works. It's healing touch, you know? Let me see here. What else do I want to tell you?
Yolande, could you talk a little bit too of how you've treated a COVID client in Quebec City? What techniques you chose to do with that client in Quebec City?
Yes, about the first 3 weeks, we did like chakra connection. We did like the level 3 technique. We did the magnetic clearing. We did all the level 1, 2, and 3 techniques. And then about the end of the 3rd week, I started doing the level 4 technique only. And the other practitioner was doing whatever other technique. But the first 3 weeks, we had sessions every single day of the week. Then we did 3 days a week, then 2 days. Right now we're in 2 days a week. And after that, we'll do 2 more weeks with just 1 day. But one thing is important is that 2 weeks ago, I instructed that person to do self-chakra connection every single day. And it shows now, because whenever we go back, you can tell that the energy flows much more freely. And at the beginning of the session, the chakras are open and there is some force to the pendulum. So it's a long-term treatment. I mean, we're going to be 6 weeks of treatment when the person is done. And the person has told me last week, you saved my life. So, because it was a person with, high risk, person who had underlying health issues. So the danger was really, really high. So healing touch, if you know someone who is vulnerable and exposed, get started right away with techniques. It's very powerful. And there's something else going down right now. And there's a lot of people here and you're in different parts of the country. You need to be aware of this. They are beginning, it has not come out yet in the media, but now the last 2 days, they're talking about blood clots with coronavirus people. Guess what that is related to? What is that is connected to? You have any idea? I'll put number 5 up, 5G. People who are electrosensitive are vulnerable to develop those blood clots. I can send you a document that shows what happens to the blood, to the red blood cells when a person is exposed to electromagnetic field. And the 5G is nasty, nasty, nasty. We cannot allow that to get installed in our cities. And I think that's what's coming, that's what's going to be coming out, because the last 2 days, there's been report on blood clots with coronavirus people.
And they're under 50, Yolande. So my girlfriend, who's a regional director, posted on Facebook today, so I'll post it on mine, that in Boston, the doctors in Boston and across the US they're shocked at this new symptom they're seeing of blood clot in 30, 40, and 50-year-olds.
And my guess from what the literature that I've seen, my guess is that those people are electrosensitive and may not know it. This Juliette, with this technique, that's her problem. she is electrosensitive to the up 10 degree. And she has had the issue. So that's how I've learned so much from her because of that. And I have a document that shows you exactly, if you spend a lot of hours in front of a computer, it shows you what the red blood cells do in your body. It's like they form, you know what rolled money is like? You know, you ever been to the bank and you've seen rolls of money, like quarters and nickels and dimes?
Yeah.
Well, the red blood cells stack up like that in the body and form huge cloth, huge blood cloth. Robert is a nurse. Maybe Robert can say something about that. I'm sure there's other nurses here, but I know Robert is one, knowledgeable one too.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I am a nurse, and I know that blood clots is not a good thing, but I'm not yet aware of the interaction between the coronavirus and the blood clot issue. But I'm certainly interested in finding out more.
Because the last 2 days, there's been report. They're starting to question what is it that those people who die from the coronavirus, like the younger people, they have the blood clot problems.
Yeah.
So that's really something that we need to look at.
Yeah. We also have to remember that the whole immobility issue, the fact that these people that are very sick are bedridden, therefore that can contribute to blood clots as well. And you add other factors to that. Yeah. Right.
But like Cindy was saying, what's the concern is the younger people, the 30, 40, 50-year-olds. That's, and supposedly they're in good health. So there's an underlying problem there that we don't know. And it may just be the electrosensitivity.
Makes
so
sense.
That's just some food for thoughts. I'm sorry, Robert.
I was just going to say that it makes sense because these are also people that probably spend a lot of hours in front of their computer through work and else and other reasons.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you for being such good listeners. It's been a pleasure to share that technique with you, and I do hope that you will use it. And send me an email. Let me know what your experience has been with the technique. Thank you, Cindy.
Oh, well, thank you. It's always a pleasure to spend time with you. And thank you for sharing this wonderful technique from a very heart-centered place that I know Juliet is a long-term friend. And thank you for sharing it with me. That I really appreciate that because we need extra techniques like this to ground and center us. And I love how you added how it benefited you for using your pendulum and then bringing in with the stuffed animals and the pets that, you know, distance healing is what we can do right now. So I'm going to assume that for this client that had COVID that you did distance healing. It's all distance healing, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh yes, at all distance. Yeah, we can't do any in person.
And was it two of you working on this individual?
Yeah, me from my house and the other practitioner from her house. And we didn't do it at the same time. We did it like she would do it 3 days a week. I would do it 4 and vice versa the next week. So, yeah. So right now we're one treatment a piece this week, last week, and next week it's just going to be one. So we'll take turns.
Excellent. What a benefit for that individual. Excellent.
Absolutely. Cool. Yeah. So thank you again, Cindy.
Does anybody have questions for Yolande? I'll open it up for questions. So just unmute yourself if you have a question.
I have a question for Yolande.
Yes, Josie.
I'm a little confused about what you were saying at the end after you do the harmonization technique. So you were saying you'd place your hand on your pet, your left hand?
Yep.
And then
You
you
can't-
hold the pendulum over the dog and you
No,
let,
no, you have your hand, let's say you have your hand on the dog over here and your pendulum on the other hand,
okay,
away from the dog. And
Okay.
after you do the technique, if the dog needs balancing, it's wonderful. If the dog, even the dog doesn't have to be sick, but if the dog is anxious, maybe, which happens, so you can just put your hand on the dog and hold your pendulum with the other hand and just let it go. And it will do the work, and you will see that it's pretty quick.
and so you would just place your hand where the pendulum was showing it needed energy work, where there's a compromise?
Usually what I do with the dog is put my hand on the back of, on the bones up here, and put my hand there, and then you hold the pendulum on the other, with the other hand.
Okay,
Yeah, because the energy
Yolande?
goes wherever the dog needs it.
okay.
Yolanda, I do have a small question afterwards also.
Yeah.
When the work is done, do you know, how do you know that it's done? Because what happens that was particular in my case is my dog was close when you gave the demonstration, so I tried it on him. And at the beginning, the pendulum was going slowly, and then quickly after it changed, and it was really going quickly and full open. And then when I got the intuition that it was done, then the pendulum stopped. And I was wondering if that was your experience, or
That is one way to tell. The other way to tell is the dog's behavior.
Mhm.
A lot of times the dog will start licking its chops and or yawning, and that's usually a sign that the dog has what it needs.
Perfect.
Yeah, but what you observe, what you felt, observe what you're feeling, and let it go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Yes, Colleen.
I was doing it on teddy bear. I have one of these teddy bears that was made out of my mother's, whoops, it's going in. My mother's mink stole from years ago. So I always have it with me in my, I use it in my thing. So when do you stop with it? Like I just held it and I didn't really know what I was doing. It was just sort of spinning, and now it's energized. Or how do you know when it's an inanimate object when it is energized?
You can, when the pendulum goes really fast, you can test, then you can take the pendulum over the teddy bear, just like you would test chakras on a person, and go over the bear, and it will tell you, your pendulum will tell you if the bear is energized. You will have the same lecture on the pendulum, on the bear that you did next to you.
Right, so you hold it at first, and then I have it in the other arm with the pendulum, right?
Yes.
I'm holding it here and the pendulum's over there. Sorry, I got this background. Anyways, and so then after that, I take it and then I put it down through the...
You pendule, you can't, yeah, that's right. You pendule the bear, and your pendulum will tell you the level of energy in the bear.
Okay, you got that?
It works.
Okay.
It works. I tell you what, every time you give a stuffed animal to a child, do it before you do, and you will see the difference with the child. I gave one to the little neighbor last summer, and months later, his mother told me, I don't know what you did, but she said, he won't let go of that animal. And that's true. They won't let go of them after that.
I have a
Great.
question.
Yes,
Thank
Anna Marie.
Thank you, Yolanda. This is a lovely, lovely technique, and so simple and so effective. May I give it also with my local group? Can I share it with them?
You bet. You can
All right,
share
thank
it. You can share it. You can make copies of the technique that
Okay.
Cindy gave you and share it. Yes,
Okay, thank you.
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
And tell the story of how it came about. Like, let's honor the birth of it. Yeah, Gabby, go ahead.
I want to come back to the electromagnetic sensitivity you were talking about, because I'm a person too who is very sensitive to it. So what I'm doing, I shield myself, my computer, and also our house with crystals. If you put together a labradorite, tourmaline, black tourmaline, and clear quartz, these three together really helps to shield you from all these electromagnetic fields.
You say tourmaline, what are the other ones?
Black tourmaline, clear quartz, and then labradorite. I write it in the chat because I don't know.
Labradorite.
Yes.
Okay, Cindy, could you
Labradorite.
send us that? Could you send us that information in writing? I'm visual, I got to see
Yeah.
it.
There's
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
there's another crystal. It comes from the Russian Federation called shungite. I got to get rid of my background so I can show it to you.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I
I've
heard
been
about
wearing it all the time. I've been wearing it all day now when I'm on the computer a lot. Sorry, just let me get out of this background.
Yeah, I've been wearing a
Otherwise,
magnet for
so
years.
this is shungite. It comes in different shapes, but it's a black. When it's polished, it's a little bit shiny, but it's opaque crystal. But that one blocks electromagnetic radiation. That's specifically what it's for.
Good. Cindy, you're taking notes and you're going to send us all that?
Yes, I am.
Good.
And
Anybody
shungite
else
is
got an idea?
shungite, shungite.
Penny, where can we get shungite right now?
I bought it when I bought mine before the pandemic. I have a pyramid of it, and I have this and another pendant I gave a friend, and then a healing stone of it. And I bought them online on eBay from a place in the Confederation, and I have them shipped from Russia.
Yeah, most of the stores are closed right now.
Yes, because it looks a lot like obsidian, and it looks a fair amount like hematite. And you can check it with a magnet. This is not magnetic, so if it's attracted to a magnet, it's not shungite.
There are also copper and multi-metals also that you can get that are different sizes, circles and woven, and some of them are in circles. Those are useful also.
Good. I know you can put your computer on the airplane mode so that the Wi-Fi is not always running, and that helps cutting the, the waves.
Cindy, what did Roxy do in her house? Something with a potato?
Say that again, Angel.
Roxy, remember when we did our level 4 in London?
Yeah.
She was putting
Yeah.
a potato in her vase, in her vase. And it was,
And it turned
I
black.
think,
It turns black, doesn't it?
I can't remember.
was
I
it
know
shungite that she put in the water, or tourmaline? Tourmaline you can put in water too, that it will energize the water, but I'll ask her, and then I'll send a list of.
Okay, I think it was a potato that she was putting in her vase.
I think I know if you put an onion in a basket in the rooms in your house, it will absorb the cold and the flu, so that you don't get it, and it will dry out completely. I've been doing it for years.
Yolande, I'd like to share a
Yolande.
message with you from Léona. She was on the call and she wrote, merci Yolande, un plaisir de te revoir. Très belle technique, Léona.
I'll send it to you, Robert, and you can share it with people out there.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, you can even do it in one of your practice nights.
Yeah, I'd love that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Your turn, Cindy.
Yolande, as a seasoned healer and instructor of the Healing Touch program, what's your go-to for self-care during these times?
Oh,
How do you
that's a
start your
good
day?
one. I don't have, I can't go to acupuncture like I usually do, and I can't go to reflexology like I usually do, but I have students who offer to give distance work, and I say thank you very much, and I do it. And I exchange with my sister as well.
Yeah. Excellent.
Have to take
Excellent.
care of
Good.
ourselves anyway, even though we're in quarantine,
Yeah,
right?
that's right. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So round of applause for you and sending you healing energy.
Thank you. It was an honor to be here with you
Appreciate it.
guys.
Thank
Oh,
you.
that
Thank you.
reminds me. One more thing. May I, Cindy? If you know, if you go out and take a walk, you go to in nature and you see ducks on a pond or horses in the meadow, do the technique and then put your hands toward them and watch them come to you. They will. Okay,
Excellent.
I'm done.
All right. All right. Thank you. Every Thursday night, we have Sue Mertens going to do some Eden energy techniques to energize your aura and clean your aura of things that are not for your highest good, and also to boost your immune system. And so that'll be at 7 o'clock. And next Tuesday, we're going to have Marsha back to do toning and chanting. So I'll be sending out the email for Thursday night tonight and for next week by the end of the week. So thank you, everybody, for coming. I'll send the recording now that I know how to do this. I will send the recording tomorrow to everybody. So you can all